Hello world and welcome back to another Astral Sorcery tutorial where today we're going to be going all over the Stellar Refraction Table. As always, if this video helps you out in any way, shape or form, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe as it really helps me out, and click that bell button for more tutorials in the future. So, first things first, the Stellar Refraction Table is all part of the Constellation section of Astral Sorcery, and you can see that it's here right in the book, and it will tell you how to craft it. Now, you're going to need a few items in here which we haven't covered before. Mainly, it's going to be the Runed Sooty Marble. So, in order to get the Runed Sooty Marble, it's pretty much the exact same as regular marble, but obviously in sooty form. So, we're going to need 4 sooty marble just in a square, in a regular table. It can be as low as the regular luminescence crafting table, and that will give us our chiseled sooty table, and then we have obviously the chiseled and 2 regular sooty, and that will give us our runed sooty marble. Now, in order to make the Stellar Refraction Table itself, we're going to need 3 of this runed sooty marble, which you'll get with just one of these crafts. You're going to need 2 star metal ingots, 2 resonating gems, 4 infused wood columns, 2 runed marble, regular runed marble, and any 2 dyes. It does not matter. It could be red, it could be blue, it could be green. It doesn't matter. They don't have to be the same either. You could have 1 blue and 1 green. Now, as you can see, this is going to be in constellation, so you're going to need celestial altars, but we're just doing it in the iridescence altar here. Now, when you get your Stellar Refraction Table, you can slap it down, and by itself it doesn't do anything. You can right click on it, you can see this page, but nothing's actually happening. That's because you are going to need 3 things in order to get this to work. 1, the Stellar Refraction Table must have a direct view of the sky. 2 is you're going to need to get an infused glass. Now, infused glass is also made in the celestial altar. You're going to need 8 stardust, 2 lenses, and any coloured lens. It doesn't have to be orange, any coloured lens in total. We're obviously doing it again in the iridescent altar. And the other thing is parchment. Now, we've made parchment a long time ago. This can be done just in the regular luminescence altar, but you're clearly going to have the celestial altar. That's just going to need 4 paper and some aquamarine. So, if we take these 2 items here and we go over to our Stellar Refraction Table here, we can now input our items into here. We can input the glass first, and as you can see, we've got it at the top there, and next we put in our parchment. Once we put the parchment in, we can now start seeing some of these constellations around the side. The constellations we can see inside the Stellar Refraction Table are all the ones that are outside on that particular given night. So each different night you're going to get a different selection of your constellations in here. But how does the Stellar Refraction Table actually work? How do we get sort of enchants from this? Well, first we obviously go inside, we have our parchment, we have our glass, and now what we can do is we have to take 3 of any of these types of constellations and put them onto the piece of parchment. Now, you are going to need a lot of parchment because sometimes if you don't get a right working one, or you try and put one on, it can just completely break. Also, you do not have to have 3, you can just put 1 on and it will infuse the glass, but the more you put on, the better. Something else to notice is that you do also have to have 3 different enchantments on here, 3 different constellations, sorry. They don't all have to be different, you can have the exact same one. So just for argument's sake, let's just do Mineralis, Mineralis, Mineralis. You don't have to do it anywhere specific as long as it's in the center here. And at the top here, you see we get Mineralis. Now, because we're in creative mode here, we get this 10% bonus. You obviously will not have that. Now, in order to take it out, first you've got to shift click to get the parchment out, and then shift click again, and now you have an etched infused glass with your Mineralis. Let's do it again. Let's just do something else completely different. Let's go Alcara, Eversio, and Botes. There we go. Now what we've got all 3 of those on here, and obviously we've got the creative bonuses that we take these out. We've got these 2 different types now, but how do you actually enchant these? Well, next you're going to need anything that you want to put these on. So my suggestion is first by getting a book. Now, you can enchant directly onto tools and armor, but you don't know exactly what those are going to be. This is why I suggest the book. So if we get this first one here, which is Botes, Eversio, and Alcara, right click this on here, we'll see that when we place a book in here, it just instantly starts doing a craft. all these light beams are going to start attacking effectively this book until it eventually turns into an enchanted book. Just like that, very simple. If we hover at the top here, we see we have a lot of stuff. We've got Silk Touch, Loyalty 3, Efficiency 5, Sweeping Edge 6, Lure 5, Luck of the Sea 6, and Quick Charge 4. You get many different enchants. Now, as you can see, we've got durability here. Now, it used to be out of 10 durability, I believe, but now it's been lowered. You can only get a maximum of 5 durability per infused glass, which means we can make 5 of these books. Sort of. Every single time you use this etched glass, you are actually going to get different enchants. So let's just demonstrate that. If we now take this book out, which is just absolutely purely insane, we'll put another one in. Let's see if it's going to be different. No doubt it actually will be, as everything just gives you a chance. Each different constellation just gives you a chance of a specific enchant. So let's have a look here. We've got, oh, it actually looks like it's pretty similar. In fact, it's the exact same. I'm really surprised about that. It may have changed then. You may always get the exact same, but obviously you still only have the 5 different majiggers. So now let's try just the plain old Mineralis one, see what things we can get here. Now, I'm pretty sure Mineralis by itself gives us Fortune. So in theory, we should get anywhere from Fortune 1 to Fortune 3 with this craft. And we have Fortune 1. That's pretty embarrassing. But oh well, we've got 4 more attempts. Right, now just for argument's sake, let's just put in our OP glass in here, and let's put our pickaxe in directly and see what we end up with, just to prove that we can do tools directly, and then we'll try with the diamond chestplate. Right, the pickaxe is done, and on here we've now got Silk Touch and Efficiency 5. Of course, we know that, as everything in this enchantment book, you can only put on the things that are required for this tool. So this is another reason why you should use the the book, especially with the very first use of your etched infused glass, as that will tell you exactly what you could use this tool on and what you're going to get. Now we're going to do the same again, this time for the diamond chestplate, and see what we get this time. And this time we ended up with absolutely nothing, but it still actually used up one of our durability. Obviously, none of the enchants that are in this book actually could be used for the diamond chestplate, so that's why you got to be careful. You can still use things up even if things are wrong, but if we place it in here, as you can see, it doesn't actually start it up again. It's a little bit strange. It's almost, it recognizes that the item has an enchant. As you can see, there's a bit of an upgrade, because obviously it's not just enchants that you get, you also get certain traits from your etched glass, because even though there's no enchants on here, we get +2 added maximum life and 30% more rampage duration. So rampage is going to be linked to one of the perks that you can get inside of your book. Now, one other really cool thing you can do with the etched pieces of glass, once you've chosen your specific type of enchants you want to have, you can actually start making potions. Now, as you can see, I've got 2 water bottles here. It doesn't matter what stage of your potion it is. If you put this in here, it will start crafting. You can put an awkward potion in here or a water bottle. Obviously, you'd probably choose the water bottle first. So on here, we've got our Botes, Alcara, and what do we have else? Aversio. And let's see what sort of potion we have now. We have a Saturation 4, Haste 3, Luck 7, Invisibility 2, and Speed 3. All of that in one potion is absolutely insane. Now, just for argument's sake, let's do our Mineralis one only, and let's see if we get something a little bit better than just Fortune 1. In theory, we should. Maybe it's probably going to be Haste. I believe it's anywhere between Haste 2 to 3. We've just got regular Haste, 1 to 3, or maybe it's only 1 to 2, but we've got regular Haste just like that. But now you guys probably all want to know what things can actually be created inside of the Stellar Refraction Table. So let's go through those. Of course, we need our view of the sky while using this, which is why we've punched a hole into the ceiling here. So first, let's go over all the enchants that you can get, all the potential enchants you can get, and then all the potential potions you can get. So first off, we have Basidio. You can get the Sharpness 3 anywhere from level 3 to 7, as well as Power from anywhere to 3 to 7. Armara, you can get Protection from 3 to 5, Versio is feather falling from 3 to 5. Avitus, mending 1 to 3. That's right, you can get more than just mending. You get mending 1 to 3. Now, I don't know exactly the specifics of this, but basically I think you're going to require less XP to do more recovery when using mending. Versio, you have efficiency 3 to 5. Lucerna gives you night vision, so you put that on a helmet or something like that. Mineralis, you get fortune 1 to 3. Horologium, you actually get fortune 3 to 6, so if you do Horologium, it's going to be a lot better for you. Now remember, Horologium is only on the 36th day, or i.e. the solar eclipse of every Minecraft world. So every 36th day you get Horologium, so you want to look out for that and do as many etched glasses as you possibly can. As well as that, Horologium could also give you looting 3 to 6. Octans gives you respiration 2 to 4, Botez gives you silk touch, Fornax actually gives you multiple things. You've got fire aspects, which gives you a level 1 to 3, flame, oh wow, I spelled things really wrong in here, flame 1 to 2, and scorching heat. Now I don't know specifically what scorching heat is, but after a quick Google search I have found that scorching heat is actually a enchant that has been added by Astral Sorcery itself, and it can be applied to any mining tool, but it only has a single level. Now what it does is when you're actually breaking a block, whether that's cobblestone or an ore, with the pickaxe with scorching heat, it will instantly drop its smelted variant as if you just had it processed in the furnace. Next up is Pelotrio, where we have Get Infinity, as well as Lure 4 to 6. They can actually do the faint constellations on the Stellar Refraction Table itself, so obviously for that you would have to go all the way to Radiance first in order to discover them. But going forward, we have Gelu, who gives us Frostwalker 1 to 2, Feather Falling 1 to 4, and Unbreaking 2 to 4, so you actually get higher Unbreaking if you use Gelu, or the chance to anyway. Next we have is Ulterior, which gives us Unbreaking 2 to 3, Fire Protection 4 to 6, Blast Protection 4 to 6, and Projectile Protection 4 to 6. Following that is Alcara, where we have Sweeping Edge 3 to 7, Lure 2 to 5, and Luck of the Sea 3 to 6. And last but not least we have Vorax, which gives us Smite 4 to 7, Bane of Arthropods 4 to 7, Sharpness 3 to 4, and lastly Power 3 to 4. Now this is what the base game is telling me, this is what the base wiki is telling me, and this is what you can get. However, if you had other mods installed that had their own enchants, you can potentially get those enchants on your books and your stuff as well. For example, I did a craft earlier and I actually got one that said Phoenix Blessing. Now that I believe was actually on a potion, but it would seem that I have deleted it. But Phoenix Blessing would basically give you another chance at life. If you died, you would get full health and would not die, similar to using a totem of undying. But I don't think that's actually part of Astral Sorcery itself. So that goes for all the enchants. Obviously you can do this on tools, books, and well as any sort of armors. But let's move on to potions now, where you get a lot of different effects. So it's going to be a little bit of tweaking here and there about how many of one item you're going to want to have, because some of them give you absolutely brilliant things, but some give you bad things. As you can see, Ulterior gives you both restoration and weakness, so if you got them both on a potion, it would not be a good day. But anyway, starting with Dissidia, that's going to give you strength 1 to 4, Armara is resistance 1 to 3, Versio is speed 2 to 4, Avitus is regeneration 1 to 4, Versio is haste 1 to 4, Lucerna gives you night vision 1 to 3, Mineralis is haste 1 to 4, Horologium is speed 2 to 5, or haste 4 to 9. So again, with your Horologium in the sky, you're going to want to do lots of potions, or again, lots of etched glasses. Next we have Octans with water breathing 3 to 5, then Botez saturation 3 to 6, Fornax is just fire resistance 1, which is pretty surprising. Pelotrio gives us regeneration 3 to 5, absorption 2 to 5, Gelu, again, you can use the faint constellations, of course. Gelu gives us resistance 2 to 3, fire resistance 1 again, and slowness 1. So you don't really want resistance and then slowness. Ulterior, of course, gives us absorption 1 to 3, regeneration 1, weakness 2 to 3. Alcara gives us luck 3 to 5, invisibility 1 to 2, and hunger 2 to 3. And again, last but not least, we have Vorix. Strength 3 to 4, resistance 1 to 2, and mining fatigue 2 to 4. Now, to save you guys from having to look on this video at the very end to see what each and every single different constellation actually does, I'm going to be putting a link down in the description to the wiki page which tells you about all the different possible enchants and potions you can get from all the constellations. Now, just as a fun little test to see what I could get, I randomly threw on an etched glass of Botes, Ulteria and Versio, and I enchanted a full diamond set of armor and a netherite sword, and this is what we ended up getting. We added 1 extra life, 8% increased elemental resistance, unbreaking 2, fire protection 5, blast protection 5, and projectile protection 5. Now all of those enchants are going to be the exact same across all of these, except on the boots I got feather falling 2 as well. Now obviously, all the different traits that you get as well, the +1 maximum life and the 8% increased elemental resistance I got as well. And then on the boots we also have 7% more movement speed, which is pretty cool. And then on the sword, unfortunately we only got unbreaking 2, as we didn't really add anything to this that gave us any sort of attacking sword or tool enchants. So we just got 7% increased reach, 18% increased attack speed, 13% of melee damage taken is reflected back, and 2 unbreaking. So if we place these in here, obviously you can see that we have got more hearts, and we also had that little bit of a speed FOV zoom in a little bit. But unfortunately that is going to be the end of this tutorial. The Stellar Refraction Table is a pretty quick one, so I didn't want to go too much in depth, otherwise we would have been here all day. But now you know exactly how to use the constellations in the sky in order to make any of the enchants or potions you could possibly ever desire. You're going to be pretty OP from here on out, especially if you're only just getting into Radiance. But until next time guys, take care.